I mean, when it comes to even the dollar argument, even the dollar, yes, nominally dollar had gone way, 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 way lower. Garandi, is it true that by the time President Kufuor was leaving office, what they handed over to them was about 1.2 Ghana by 2008 when they were taking office, and by the 2016 they were leaving. Is it true that it had gotten to 4.6, 4 point something thereabout? That's about 400% increase. If we want to live by their arrangement and the way they did it, by now we should be buying dollar at 16 point something Ghana cedis. So yes, the devaluation of the currency is going. Nobody's happy about it. But the fall under the previous administration, yes, there was a fall. There's always been a fall anyway. But there was a fall under us. There was a fall under them. There is a fall under us. But go and compare the rate of fall, and you will see that, yes, we have all not been proud of the way the thing had fallen. But one is doing it better. That's what Dr. Bawumia is saying. One of us is doing it better. I have, whenever this dollar conversation drops, I said, if His Excellency John Dramani Mahama comes tomorrow and tells you your dollar will stop, I'm telling you it will not stop. There are things, everybody knows the things that we have to do for our currency to remain relevant within the scheme of things. Everybody knows. And it is not by political promise. I have said this thing everywhere I have been. Nobody will come and promise you the dollar will stop tomorrow. It didn't stop when the NDC took office. It didn't stop when Anado took office. And it will not stop if anybody takes office tomorrow, if Dr. Bawumia takes office, if we don't improve. But look at the Japanese. They are producing, they are exporting, they are doing
all the things.
Now you
tell us why it has not stopped.
In my opinion.
Because you promised that it will stop.
Yes.
Even at a point in time, you told us that you have stopped it. Yes.
Daddy, the dollar will not stop until, number one, we try to balance our trade. So if we don't balance our trade, in my opinion, so that we will not always be rushing for dollar to go and buy something from somewhere, whatever, go and take things that we don't even need. You buy a charger, it doesn't work, but we used dollar to go and buy it. Those things will not stop.
But all these things were contained in Dr. Bawumia's Restoring the Value of the Cedi lecture.
So he is telling
that he directed us to go and download.
But he is telling you that even in that, we are saying we try to do something about it. And that is why the people of Ghana should listen to what the MPP is saying. Don't turn back the hand of clock. Don't turn back the hand of the clock.
Restoring the value of the city. He told us that all the solutions that government needed to restore the value of the city were contained in his lecture. And he pointed us to the website to go and download it.
And you saw the document.
To go and download it.
Yeah, you saw the document.
Under 2 years, he's had the opportunity of being chairman of the economic management team. His government has been given the reins of power. 7.5 years. You are telling me what we were told 10 years ago.
Because the things we are putting in place. In fact, the economy kept improving until we had the challenges we are always talking about, which you can decide to accept or not. But the challenges of COVID and all the world challenges that always hit us whenever it happens elsewhere, Ukraine and all that, whether we like it or not, whenever they catch a cold, when they sneeze, we catch the cold. And it always happens. In 2008, it happened. There was a credit crunch somewhere, and we bought the brand. So what I am saying is, whatever Dr. Bawumia said, he prescribed solutions. And he is telling the people of Ghana today.
But he had the opportunity. You know, when he prescribed the solution, he was an opposition member.
Yeah.
He's had the opportunity of being in office for 7.5 years.
Yeah.
And he's still prescribing solutions?
Randy, are you sure he's prescribing solutions? He's giving you what he thinks will work. Look, I have always said
exactly
this.
What it
in
is.
his speech, he mentioned the fact that, and I'm trying hard not to go there, but you're still pushing me there. I'll pass there and move on. In his speech, he made the people of Ghana understand that I was part of a team that I was just one of the players on the team. And I can advise. But when I give the advice, let's say there's a cabinet meeting. He's one man. His Excellency the President will be there and other cabinet members. So he will say, no, Momo is not a good thing to tax because it is targeting the below the belt group of people. Let me put it that way, just to borrow the word. So let's not tax. And somebody says, oh, no, we have to tax. And another person, what is the worst thing that will be done? There will be a vote. And then they take a vote and you lose. So you will say, because my opinion was not taken, cabinet is bogus and I will not be part of. No, it's a democracy. So if I believe that, if Dr. Bawumia believes that these are the things I am prescribing, and other team members in a democracy believe that we could go the other way around, and we believe a route A will work, your route is not what, and we go and try and it doesn't work. And the man says, yes, but I told you this route is better than that route, so let us go this way. Now, I am going to hold the seat. And the president has executive powers. That's all he's telling the people of Ghana. That if I am president and I have executive powers, the final signature on the document will be mine. And most of the things I have told you we will do that will let the economy prosper, we will do them. It is among the two candidates, the two running candidates, let me put it that way because there are other candidates. Among those two, the two, one has been president before and his record is there to show. And I am not scared any day when anybody says, bring a debate. I'm not scared.
A debate on the basis of what? You said one has a record, one doesn't have a record.
One has been given the opportunity from vice president. I will say this again, because I've said it severally. One was given the opportunity to become the president of the Republic of Ghana. And he said, as president, I will do A, B, C, D. It was the same president that he was saying under him, we couldn't even afford chalk in a normal economic environment.
But is that thing true?
Oh, the people were
saying that. I was surprised that the vice president even mentioned
no. It happened. The thing is, as to what kind of weight you put on it is a different matter.
No, all I'm saying is
if somebody visited a Kukrentumi school.
All I'm saying is that for the vice president to be addressing people, to talk about shortages of chalk in our schools, for him to decide to elevate it and put it out there in comparing performance, economic performance, obviously.
No, here, Randy, you see, sometimes that's what the conversation becomes. When an NDC person comes to the studio and he addresses the vice president and calls him a liar because he said, I will provide this, and I couldn't provide. When he gives you that punch, I will tell him, under you couldn't even buy chalk. That's where the conversation always comes in.
No,
you understand?
I'm not sure. So if I'm not sure you are saying that is what the vice president was engaging, that he was responding to an NDC panelist.
He spoke about issues that, to him, under the NDC, he said, here it is better than there.
Yes.
Voting for the MPP in 2024 is better than voting for the NDC in 2024. That's all he's trying to tell the people of Ghana.
Because under the NDC...
Because under the NDC, he said he will build 200 schools. He was able to build 27. And under the MPP, we have built 58. They can go and check.
And you said you will build how many?
You see, the rhetoric that they said my boss sat somewhere and made... My boss, I mean, it's Nana Akumia sat somewhere. And Nana Akumia said we will build 360 schools, 350 schools. And I am saying that when you looked into our manifesto, was that thing able to find its way there? No. So when we are prioritizing...
Chief, we've gone past that. Because Nana Akumia himself, on this table, we have addressed the issue.
So all I'm saying is...
I'm saying we have addressed the issue.
Okay.
The 350 was said by President Akufo-Addo.
Okay.
Was said by Dr. Bawumia.
Okay.
Nana Akumia repeated it. Nana Akumia wasn't the originator of the 350. That's just the clarification.
No, but the case is...
But the issue of the 350 being promised is not...
No, Randy, all I'm saying is, if Nana Addo or Dr. Bawumia, the two leading people, then thought that that 350 schools was a priority for them, it would have found its way into the documentation of the party.
Which documentation?
The manifesto, for example, is what anybody can take tomorrow and judge the MPP by, not statements people made on political platforms, or he goes to a program or comes to a Good Morning Ghana and mentions. Because now, if I want to go and do a fact check, my fact check will be based on the manifesto. Do you know why? Because if I have to prioritize, you know, everybody has wishes. Yes, if I come, I can do this. If I come, I can do that. If I come, I can do that. If he is has these wishes, those ones that he prioritizes, and he feels that come what may, if nothing happens and everything goes well and I'm able to raise the revenues that we are budgeting for, I will do A, B, C, D. Those ones are appearing in the document we call a manifesto. So when let's say COVID struck and you have to now prioritize, will you leave the one that you are targeting, the ones that you have said I want to put money on, and go and do the one that you promised somewhere? Whenever presidents and presidential, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is visiting chiefs and everybody, and he's making promises. But when he sits on the seat and he had to prioritize, yes, he may wish he built a school for some chief, he did this for some community, he did that. That when it comes to prioritization, the one that he promised you off the grade will have to wait for the ones that he has documented and had told the people of Ghana, I will do this for you. And based on which the people walked to the polling station and voted for him, he will want to prioritize that. And everybody does that. Randy, you do that at home, right?
Which of the MPP manifestos has the National Cathedral in it?
You are fearing of.
So no, I just want to understand how something which is not a priority can have about $400 million.
I think you are trying to argue for me. The National Cathedral.
No, I want to understand you.
Yes, in my opinion, the National Cathedral would have not moved as it should, because it is not one of the things that when the West comes to the West, the president will prioritize. He wants to build a cathedral for God. Yes, I support that 100%. I'm a Christian. But when trouble comes, let's say like COVID struck, like challenges happen, like his revenues he is expecting do not come, like what he wants to actually do, things are not going as they should, and he has to prioritize. Which one would he prioritize? The one that he promised off the table is exactly what I just said. What you are saying is exactly what the ones he promised off the table, or the ones that are in black and white that is in front of him.
All I'm telling you is that what was promised off the grid, as you put it, has guzzled $400 million.
That is a different matter. It's a different matter that we have to discuss. But what I'm saying is, as a party in power, when challenges come, when revenues are not coming, when you will want to prioritize. As a human being, that's what we do.
All right.
And when it happens like that, Randy, the off the grid promises will have to wait.
Okay, all right, Ernest. It's been engaging.